morning. It's almost 5 o'clock now. 5 o'clock p.m. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver, 26-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming, elegant, eloquent, and yet humble man. Great big Star Wars fan. Great to be with you. Bearer of bad news today. Let me see who's in the chat right now. Mikey Woods is here. Snowball 2. Jinzo crashes. Ethan's not saying in the title whose worst news in the world it is. That's correct. What did you guys assume this was going to be about me? Why would anything pertaining to me be the worst news in the world? Surely we haven't reached that level of narcissism yet. I mean, we've come close. You know, we've touched on the border, but we haven't reached that level of narcissism yet. Razdock says, "Oh, hell no. What's wrong now?" Adrian Blom says, "Hey, EVS." Mikey Woods is here. All of you guys, look at you, beautiful, beautiful people. It is a pleasure to be among you, to be with you, to be guiding you, to be entertaining you this evening. Why do I still think it's morning? I quit caffeine drinks. You guys should know that as of yesterday. That's to me, that is the worst news in the world, at least to me. You know, I quit, and so I'm drowsy, a little grumpy, a little bit grumpicus. You know, I went upstairs. I was like, Andrea, let's go in the pool because it's like really hot out. Maybe it'll wake me up. And she's like, yeah, let's go. And then on the horizon. Wait, let me do better Foley. And I was like, oh my God, that sounded pretty good on my headphones. I said, oh my God, we're getting a thunderstorm. We're getting a thunderstorm. So we probably should not go in the pool. And I came inside. Let's see. The Joe Man says, have you tried turning your frown upside down? It doesn't work. My neck doesn't go that far. But it shouldn't be a problem. I should be pretty cheerful soon. I'm drinking water, lots of water, and just trying to maintain. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let's see. Aren't Mormons non-caffeinated drinkers, even green tea? Yes, but as I've tried to explain many times, I am not Mormon. I'm not a practicing Mormon. I was raised Mormon, and so I call myself an ethnic Mormon. For example, you could be Jewish. You could be, from Israel. You could be ethnically Jewish, I guess, because your family is Jewish. But you are not a practicing Jew. I am ethnically Mormon. My family is Mormon, but I don't practice. Okay, I'm a free spirit. I call myself a Christian. So that's it. So I'm allowed to drink caffeine. I'm allowed to drink alcohol. I'm allowed to smoke, even though I don't. And I'm allowed to do hard drugs, even though I don't. Now, what is the Mormonism ethnicity? That's the joke. Those are the jokes around here. All right, so let's move on. Let's find out what is the worst news. What is the worst news in the world today? There's quite a bit of it. I'm scrolling around just trying to find stuff to talk about. Everybody else is making videos about comics. And I don't know. I could make videos about comics, I guess, but I think there are more pressing issues right now. Why is San Francisco covered in human feces? This is, to me, the world's worst news, especially if you live in San Francisco. Now, I've done a bunch of videos about human waste. I've done a bunch of videos about poop ending up in swimming pools. I've done a bunch of videos about masked poop bandits. This is real. I mean, there actually was like a jogger in Denver. They found out it was a jogger who was running around, literally stopping and pooping in people's yards, and just kept going. I mean, that's tough to reconcile. It's hard to love your neighbor when your neighbor is literally shitting in your front yard, not the neighbor's dog, your neighbor. I'd have a tough time, to be honest with you. Let me think about that. If Doris across the street was shitting in my front yard. Yeah, I don't know. Let me move that. I don't know. I would. I'd have difficulty. I'd have difficulty maintaining my Christian brightness and sunniness. More San Francisco covered in human feces. People aren't pooping on the streets because they unlearned basic hygiene. Rather, the incidents reflect shameful levels of inequality in the city. I don't know about that. I think it could just be that, there's shit in the streets. A city covered in poop is so disgusting, it has to be almost comical. But the uptick in street defecation is the symbol of a human tragedy. People aren't pooping on the streets because they've suddenly forgotten what a bathroom is or unlearned basic hygiene. The incidents are part of a broader failure of the city to provide for the basic needs of its citizens and to show the catastrophic, socially destructive effects of unchecked inequality. It's impossible to talk about street feces without talking. I realize this is an SJW article. I changed my tone of voice. I didn't realize it was SJW until now. Now I realize it. It's impossible to talk about straight feces without talking about homelessness and housing. While there aren't actually more homeless people. Okay, that's enough of that. This has gotten to be so bad of a problem. And let me look this up to prove it to you. Somebody has actually made a map. Hold on a second. Let me look this up. Yeah, okay. So it's funny how I found this too. I apologize for the vulgarity today. I told you this was the worst news stream. I didn't say this was going to be good news. I didn't say this was going to be something you... Why would you share this with your kids when it's the worst news? San Francisco human feces map. Now, I just looked up. In order to find this, you can find it too. Just look up map of shit, California. That's what I did. I Google searched map of shit. It's a shit map. This is literally all of the reported incidents of poop right here in San Francisco. So every time somebody reports poop, then it gets a little, hey, there's poop located here. And as you can see, San Francisco has now become shit. San Francisco has actually become, it's become poop. It's become caca. It is literally now 100%. Well, there's some nicer areas. I mean, if you want to avoid human feces, you might want to live up in the north here. But if you, if you choose to live anywhere else, especially it gets really bad when it's like black here. That's when it gets worrisome. Can I blow this up? Let me see if I can blow this up. Oh, we got what is this? Why is everything a nightmare? Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, this is the shit map. It gets so bad. Like the incidents of poop are so vast. They're so broadly and, insanely reported. I mean, people just like, oh my God, poop. Oh my God, poop. Every time you see one of these little dots with an arrow pointed down, somebody called the police. Oh my God, human shit. Every time you see it. That's a lot. Operators need to be standing by. It's a lot of poop. So this is what's going on in San Francisco right now. I mean, you notice, like, as soon as you get out of San Francisco, like, look at this. Dun, 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 dun. Down here, no shit. Up here in Buttery Spencer. I need my glasses. I think that says Battery Spencer. I thought it said Buttery Spencer. That'd be a whole different story, wouldn't it, kids? Yeah, up here, no shit. None. Over here on Treasure Island, interestingly enough, we've got Find the Treasure here on Treasure Island. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 dollops of treasure on Treasure Island, and Yerba Bulba Island just once. All right, what I'm going to do now to zoom out. You want me to zoom out? Okay, hold on. How do I zoom out? Like this? Everything. See, as soon as you told me to do that, like a nightmare occurred. I don't know if I can do it. Hold on. Open the books. Every dime online in real time. Join the transparency illusion. All right. So now use Control Plus to scroll to. Okay, let me see. Control Plus. That doesn't work. How do I zoom out of this? It's like no, that's zooming in. So we want to zoom out. No, we want to zoom in. We definitely want to zoom in. Okay, add the poop. You guys can see. Now, every time you see one of these, I'm gonna zoom out now. Okay, like this. Every time you see one of these, just imagine it's like, okay, ready? I could do this all day. I could do this all day. This is really bad. This is literally like, imagine this. Imagine you're moving your family there. So again, we asked the question, why is San Francisco covered in human feces? Does anybody here live in San Francisco? I mean, do we actually have people here who can actually talk about this with me? Explain why this is happening? Some people wanted me to continue making the disgusting noises. Some people wanted me to continue making the farting noises for every single one of those. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Your sister does? Can you ask her to please stop? Anybody who anybody who lives in San Francisco, can you ask them to please stop this? Yeah, I appreciate it. Gary from Nerdrotic does. I'd like to ask Gary from Nerdrotic a few questions. I have a few questions for him. Johnny Dollar says that poop map kind of looks like a mummy face. You guys just want to talk about mummies all day. I can't just talk mummies. I got other things are going on in the world. I try to keep you updated with real news, real time. And you guys want to talk about things that happened 3,000 years ago. I can't. I can't just talk about mummies every single day. I mean, I guess I could, I could do a mummy show. Ethan's changed the content of his YouTube channel. He's changed the content. Well, he's done that before. He went from comic books to, to Star Wars, complaining about Star Wars to Comicsgate. What's he doing now? Oh, now he talks about how mummies, desiccated corpses, sometimes look like delicious desserts. That's weird. Has anyone checked on Ethan? Has anyone checked in? Matt Horkin says, EVS, you are the man, and I was a day one Blood Honey backer. I never even thought about the book being late. It'll come when it comes. Keck. Thank you, Matt Horkin. Samuel Aragon says, newsflash, pies are now illegal in 51 states. Wrong. They're not. I ate an entire pie yesterday. I don't mind telling you. I did. Tibor's art, I had to get rid of it. It was in the house. It's going to stay in the house. Just get rid of it. I had to eat it. Tibor's art says, check out Galactic Rodents of Mayhem on Indiegogo. Matt Horkin says, a man breakfast equals black coffee, rye toast, and a cigar. I could do that. Razdock says, great news. A lady in Wisconsin found a live frog in her package. Salad from Walmart, boy. Yeah, I know. People Circus says, is that all by the same dude? Cool. Yeah, I don't know if it is all by the same dude. I don't know if all that poop is from one individual. I would ask War Campaign to check in on that. Your next live stream. Please find out about who is doing all the pooping. I've already brought it to the High Council. I talked about people pooping in other people's swimming pools. Like deliberately just pooping in someone's swimming pool. I mean, now this is starting to hit closer to home to me. I wouldn't have cared so much about that, last year. I care now. There are people who actually poop while they're going down the water slide. They poop down your water slide. That's not cool. Johnny Dollar says that poop map kind of looks like a mummy face. Okay, I think I read that one twice. Thank you guys for the super chats. Appreciate it. Hold on one second. Let me turn the camera off. Let's say stop cam. Does that mean that just means this? Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm putting on my kill hat. This doesn't mean anything. I don't want any one of you to take this personally. It's just my kill hat. That's all. Okay, so that's the first thing that's going on. The second thing, I want to talk about your boy Zach's Jawbreaker's God King, which I am doing a cover for. I'm doing a cover for your boy Zach's God King. He paid me for it already, so I got to do it now. It's not like I wouldn't do it because it's Zach. I mean, I'm going to do. I got 2 covers on the way at least that I could. No, 3. I got God King. I'm going to be doing a cover for Oddity, and I'm doing the cover for Vestige by Donald DeLay and the great Gat Hanzo. All right, but the one that I'm doing right now is your boy Zach. Now Zach works in a cool way. Zach usually draws kind of a quick thumbnail for me. Took him a while to kind of figure out what he wanted to do, but he just sent me over this. I'm appreciative of it because this just makes it. I don't want to have to guess. Like, Zach, what is it that you want? Zach actually put the trade dress on it, so this is what I get to draw. And I mean, obviously, I'm not going to copy this. This is just, this is just from his book. He wants something like this. He wants a man cradling another man. Can do. And then over here, it looks like we're going to have a face-off between these 2 characters and a portal that's being opened up into a world full of Cthulhu monsters. Cthulhu monsters. So that should be good. What do you think? Good? Yeah. Zach is a good artist. Like, this is all you need. Zach did a similar thing for me with I don't know what these lines are here. I guess he wants a kind of this looks like my fake 2-point or fake 3-point perspective grid right here. So I'll do that. This is what, here's a sneak preview of what my cover for Zach is going to look like. Nerve Clack says that it's not gay enough. I think it's kind of gay. It's not. I mean, it's not that gay, but it's kind of gay. It'll do. I'm gonna rock this. I'll make it good. I mean, I will make this look cool. But you guys should know, if you haven't backed God King yet, back God King. Here's a sneak preview of my cover. Now Zach did this for the Gorilla cover too, and that was also really helpful. It's a shame when you're doing covers for other people, especially when it's like this. It's close quarters, and it's like these books are so much more personal than Marvel and DC Comics. You really want to make sure that you get their idea down. If it's their cover, just let's make sure that it's exactly what they want, what they picture, what they're going to be happy with. I did the same thing for Vestige, another book that you should be backing as well. I said, show me some ideas, and Donald DeLay sent me over some ideas of what he thought the cover should look like, and that was also very, very helpful. So thank you, Zach. I really am grouchy without Monster Energy drink. I think it's just like I think it's going to take some time. I think it's just going to take some time, and I just got to kind of get over it. I just got to get over it. If I have to rest a little bit here and there, if I have to take it out on my friends and family, then I'm going to have to do that. But it's going to be there are going to be withdrawals. You guys are going to notice withdrawal symptoms. Or symptoms. I'm going to be like Bela Lugosi and Ed Wood. I'm just warning you all. I'm just saying, be aware. The other thing I'm saying is that they've got a human-sized penguin. I don't know if you know this, but like, this is brand new news. Smithsonian.com reports a human-sized penguin once waddled through New Zealand. I gotta say, my first thought was Scott Kurtz lives in New Zealand. No, this is a primitive penguin. This is prehistoric. The leg bones of Crossvalia werperensis suggest it was more than 5 feet tall, so it's taller than Mike S. Miller, and it weighed up to 176 pounds. So it's like a third the size of Scott Kurtz. Yeah. But look at it. Look at her. She's like, what are you looking at? And he's like, nothing. Like, I wouldn't be afraid of this penguin. This penguin looks sweet. This looks like Happy Feet to me. It's like Happy Feet. Let's find out more from Bridget Katz. I trust anyone named Bridget Katz. Last week, the world was introduced to Squawkzilla, a hulking ancient parrot that made its home in New Zealand some 19 million years ago. Now, the country's roster of extinct bulky birds, which includes the massive moa and the huge Haste's eagle, has grown even larger with the discovery of a Paleocene era penguin that stood tall as a human. At least if that human is Mike S. Miller. The ancient avian came to light thanks to an amateur paleontologist named Lee Love, also a porno star, who found the bird's leg bones last year at the Waipara Greensand fossil site in North Canterbury. The Waipara Greensand is a hotbed for penguin remains dating back to the Paleocene, which spanned from 65.5 to 55.8 million years ago. 4 other Paleocene penguin species have been discovered there, but the newly unearthed fossils represent one of the largest penguin species ever found. As you can see, this is proof positive. We've got bones. We've got penguin bones. We got penguin bones. Do people eat penguins? Why don't we do that? Why don't Californians eat penguins? El Penguin Loco, fast food restaurants, Kentucky Fried Penguin. And then we could compare it. Like, I don't recognize these as penguin bones. It's because I don't eat enough penguin. If you actually said these are chicken bones, this is a giant chicken, I'd be like, oh yeah, I recognize those bones from all of the chickens that I've eaten, all the various chickens that I've eaten. These look like them, but much, much bigger. Inuits might be eating penguins. Inuits. Yeah. In this figure, you can see fossils of modern penguins alongside the ancient giant penguin, Crossvalia wyparensis bones. Yeah. Dubbed Crossvalia wyparensis or wyparensis. I don't know. Don't count on me to be pronouncing this correctly. I'm an amateur paleontologist. I don't know, I know how to say brontosaurus. And I used to call it Apatosaurus, but then I found out it was Apatosaurus, and I was shamed. I used to call it Diplodocus, but then I found out it was Diplodocus, and I was shamed. The penguin soared to a height of around 5 feet and 2 inches, weighed between 154 and 176 pounds. That makes this bird considerably bigger than the largest extant penguin species, the emperor penguin, which can grow to be around 4 feet tall and weigh up to 88 pounds. 88 pounds. The number 88, again, it's everywhere. Nazi penguin confirmed. Based on the analysis of C. waraparensis leg bones, Schofield and his colleagues think the species' feet played a bigger role in swimming than those of modern penguins. But it's also possible that the bird had not fully adapted to standing upright. Maybe it was always sitting down. Maybe it was a gamer penguin. Use your heads. See, wyparensis likely grew to its impressive size due to the same factor that fueled New Zealand's other towering bird species, a lack of predators. Well, if you're looking for predators, check out the SJW comic book industry. There are more than a few. That's why we don't have them anymore. That's why we don't have giant penguins anymore. Because of Jay Nitz and C.W. Cook. And that other dude. I can only remember 2 predators at a time. And then the previous 2 predators in comics leave my mind. What is that guy's name? Eric Escobel. Lots of predators. The penguin evolved in the wake of the Cretaceous period, which culminated in the extinction of not only dinosaurs, but also large marine reptiles that once stalked the Earth's seas. With no major marine competitors, C. waraparensis giant penguin burgeoned in size, thriving for around 30 million years until large sea-dwelling mammals like toothed whales and a pinniped. What's a pinniped? What is a pinniped? Google is free. That's what SJW is telling me. Pinniped. Oh, the walruses. They are walruses. Did you guys know that? Did you know pinnipeds were walruses? Let me look at them. Oh, no, they're seals and walruses. So pinnipeds are like they are seals and walruses. Oh, look at him. Come on now. Seals are cute. I don't understand people that club baby seals. Look at them. Oh, look at that smile. Yeah. Oh, this guy's got his head cut off. Does this guy have his head cut off? This better not be porn. What is this? Why does that dude have his head cut off? Okay, disentanglement expert. People are throwing things in the water and they're decapitating pinnipeds. It's a problem I only just learned about just now. I don't like it. I don't want any pinnipeds decapitated. All right. We all learned something today. Did you guys know what pinnipeds were? Some people are blaming sharks. You're blaming sharks for that. You're saying that these PETA weirdos, these Greenpeace Nazis, are lying and saying that was just one of those six-pack. They're saying, oh, it's because people are throwing those six-pack holders. You buy a six-pack of beer or 7-Up, and then you throw the six-pack into the water, and then seals get decapitated by them. You're saying that that's not what happened, that it was a shark. That makes more sense to me. Orcas. Yeah. I trust you guys. I think you guys are onto something. I got like 1,200 people watching right now. I would listen to 1,200 of you rather than one scientist. You know? Or one Greenpeace weirdo. I don't trust these Greenpeace weirdos. And I like green and I like peace. I don't trust Greenpeace. I like social. I like justice. I don't trust social justice. It's true. All right. So pinnipeds arrived on the scene and they kicked these penguins' asses. The extinction of very large penguins was probably due to competition with other marine mammals. Just kick their asses. This is in 3D. Let's find out. Loading 3D model. Hey, 3D Robin, look at this. I want to get up under her. This is not porn. I know what you guys are thinking, but it's not. All right. Yeah, well done. I don't know what this is meant to prove. That booty, though. That booty, though. Shake it. All right, you. Hold on. You. Shake it. So fucking stupid. Why do I do this? Why do I waste your time? Yeah. You guys came here to be entertained or at least informed, and I'm completely wasting your time. Awful. Shameful. Shame on me. All right, let's go. Let's see. Raging Golden Eagle says, how much do you charge for a cover? A lot. A lot, you know. But Zach can afford it because he raised, you know, like $208,000 on a comic book. Something like half that. Jay Gatt says, Nate Dogg's 50th birthday, sing Regulate. Ooh, I like that song. I like Regulate. Nate Dogg is dead, right? Did he die? I think he died. Thunder. That song is really sad. If you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's about a guy who goes out to meet girls thinking he's cool. And then some people come and beat his ass and rob him. And then Snoop Dogg comes and says, stop robbing my friend. and then they don't rob him anymore, and then they go meet some girls and go to a motel. I think that's what the song's about. I listened to the lyrics closely, and I said, this isn't anything I'd be bragging about. You know, they took my watch, they took my Rolex, they took my wallet. I said, damn, what's next? I don't know. Your back hole. That's what it sounds like. Thunder Robot says, let's all wish Jeff would get well soon. He went to the ER. Jeff who? Who did, who's Jeff? Which Jeff? You know? All right. I don't know who Jeff is. Somebody inform me. I hope Jeff's okay. Johnny Dollar says, bears eat beets. Jeff Hicks? Jeff Hicks went to the ER? Why did he go to the ER? Some people like Jesse stabbed him. No, that wouldn't happen. Jeff got strep. He got strep throat. That sucks. All right. Best wishes to Jeff. That means I'll have to concoct a high council with other people tomorrow, I guess. I don't know. Mecca Random is going to be there. I like Mecca Random. She's actually really good. She's really, really good on the radio. Agent Jeremy says, Ethan, part of my job is running camps after hurricanes up to 2,000 people. Every time, always a mystery pooper, either in the shower or my favorite, in the trash can. Sometimes multiple poopers a day. Humans. Yeah, I don't understand that. We used to have, in high school, somebody used to always shit in the urinals. And I thought that was really unkind, you know. I thought that was unkind of whoever did that. Diablo AZ says, you're fascinated with penguin boners. Not really. I mean, Darth Bobcat says, you pronounce Diplodocus the British way. Oh. Micah D2 says, Jeff Hicks, Jesse gave him strep. Why? How did Jesse give Jeff Hicks strep throat? Captain 0080 says, sing Jump, the Criss Cross song, not the Van Halen song. Well, the Van Halen song too, if you can. I can sing both of them. But this is not a piano stream. We did a piano stream last week, and everyone really enjoyed it. I think they did. I think everyone really enjoyed the piano stream last week. Somebody said to me, I've watched this 30 times. 30 times. How could you watch this 30 times? But they did. They watched the, somebody said they watched the piano stream. It's now become music that they work out to, which is weird. I realized that, you know, when I wrote a song about Do You Have Room for Cecil, that not a lot of people would understand what that meant. Emotionally Exhausted said, how many times did they watch it with the sound on? I don't, well, otherwise all it is the keyboard just kind of vibrating, because I strapped the camera onto the keyboard stand. So like an idiot, you know, when I'm playing the keyboard, the camera vibrates. It's hard to watch. There's not a good, I mean, honestly, you know, I am my own worst critic. That can't be true. There are bigger a-holes about me than me. But I'm a pretty good critic of my own, and I got to say, there's not much on the screen when I'm playing that piano. There's the piano keys, and they're vibrating at a really fast pace. I don't know why people put up with it. Honestly, I don't know why people put up with it. I mean, I'm glad that they do. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. We got a lot more news to go through today. Women in New Jersey are setting fire to things. Luckily, my Andrea has not set fire to anything recently. I appreciate it. Every day I let her know I love her, and I thank her for not setting fire to things. She's a Jersey girl. Could happen. You know, but it hasn't happened yet. And thank God. There are other Jersey girls who cannot say the same. All right. This is serious right here, guys. New Jersey woman torched man's home after 4 a.m. booty call fizzled, police allege. I want to know what that means when a booty call fizzles. I could start a whole drama channel about that. When booty calls fizzle. What do you guys think of this? Checkpoint says Jersey is a bag of crazy bitches, except for you, EVS. I know. How did I manage to avoid this trend? Okay. New Jersey woman set fire to a man's home after accepting a booty call invitation, only to discover when she arrived that he had fallen asleep. Police charge. Gentlemen, if you if you call a woman at 4 a.m. for that booty, if you're trying to get that boot, do not fall asleep. I don't recommend a monster, rock star, anything like that. You don't have to do that. But have a cup of coffee, for God's sake. This woman's just like, look, according to cops, Taisha Russell, 29. Look at her. She's like, she's like, that motherfucker fell asleep. It was 4 a.m. I came over to his house. She's like, I don't feel bad at all. Taisha Russell, 29, torched Curtis Stokes' home around 4 a.m. on August 4th. Russell was arrested this week on several felony charges, including attempted homicide, aggravated arson, and aggravated assault. How do you aggravate arson? You either set fire to something or you don't. Now, this woman's pissed off. This is a woman scorned. She's like, swiggity swooty, I was coming for that booty and you fell asleep. I can't have you snoozing. Snoozing, you losing. And that's exactly what happened. As detailed in a probable cause affidavit, Russell had initially texted Stokes, hello, to which he responded, bring your ass. I didn't even read all this yet. Bring your ass. Hold on, I'm going to text Andrea. I can't. Andrea will kill me. Bring your ass. Andrea will come downstairs and say, what are you talking about? Bring your ass. But Stokes, I'm sorry. But Stokes, 32, told cops that he fell asleep after inviting Russell over and that he later awoke to his house on fire. That's the worst thing ever. When you're taking a nap, you wake up and your house is on fire. What are you going to do? You just sit in the fire and go, this is fine. That's what you would do if you were a meme. Yeah. All right. So during a police interview, Stokes referred to Russell as his side chick. Hunter uses that phrase. He says side chick all the time. I think that's a millennial thing, but yeah, I mean, he's 32. He's kind of a millennial. So that's what he would do. Yo, she's just my side chick. Investigators say that when Russell, seen above, arrived at the residence, the snoozing Stokes did not hear her ass at the front door. He also did not respond to a series of text messages sent by Russell while she was outside his home. In those texts, Russell complained, "You wasted my money to come out here." She then allegedly sent a series of threats declaring, "You smoked. I see you want to die." And then, "I swear to God, I hope you die." That's serious. That's a lot, yeah. Unable. I don't know if that's an overreaction. I hope you die because I came over for the booty and you didn't give it to me. Unable to contact Stokes, cops say Russell went to a nearby Conoco gas station where she purchased lighter fluid, matches, and a cigarette lighter. That shows intent, I think. She then returned to the property and allegedly set fire outside the door. Yeah. As seen in the below photos, the resulting blaze destroyed the one-story home in Woodbury, a town just south of Camden in Philadelphia. So this is Cyberfrog's neighborhood, by the way, that this happened in. This is Cyberfrog's neighborhood. Just to put that... Stokes, who escaped the flames through a window, was transported to a local hospital suffering from burns and smoke inhalation. Cops reported, thank God he's okay. The man's dog was rescued from the home by firefighters. Yeah. Cecil's here. He says, when a booty call turns into a cookout. That's nice, yeah. Ray from New Jersey says, oh man, this is my neighborhood. Yeah, this is what happens. Do not tell a woman, bring your ass, and then fall asleep. Don't do it. I'm glad he got out through the window. That was smart thinking. Investigators quickly recognized signs of arson. Did they? The house was on fire. Oh, like the presence of an accelerant, and launched a criminal investigation. Through interviews with Stokes and other witnesses and a review of surveillance video, cops identified Russell as the alleged perpetrator. Russell was busted Tuesday and booked into the Salem County Jail, where she is being held without bail. Here's a picture of his home that is on fire at the moment. I mean, you got cops coming up to it. It looks small. This is like a little garage kind of home here. It looks like it'd be pretty easy. Oh, the damage. This is what women do. This is what women do. This is exactly what women do. This is what women did to comics. This is what women are doing to Star Wars. Essentially, George Lucas told Kathleen Kennedy, bring your ass. And then this is what she did to Star Wars. Yeah. And all we can do, we're these bald-headed men. All we can do is just stand there and go, oh, shit. I used to like Star Wars. Yeah. Terrible. By the way, tags, arson, booty call, New Jersey. These, only in Jersey. Only in Jersey. So, yeah, that's one instance. I'm just saying this is happening. Women are setting fire to things in New Jersey. You're saying, Ethan, that was only one time. That was only one time that a woman did that. Cecil says, is she still single? Yeah, she's in jail. Unless she met someone in prison, I don't know. I would say she's probably still single. Alti says, I apologize for crazy ladies. Don't apologize. It's okay. We love the ladies. We love the ladies. Past Masterton said she was sorry. That's appreciated, Cecil says, nice. Well, you know where to find her. She's in that jail, She's in the Salem County Jail. So you could go do that. Write her a letter. Write her a letter that says, bring your ass. See how she responds to that. Yeah, that your wedding song could be This Girl Is on Fire by Alicia Keys. That's right, Donald Dover. These are all good ideas. I'm glad we shared that story together. Let's look at this one right here. Woman, when a clown doll, this is North Jersey. That was South Jersey. This is North Jersey. It's my home. Not North Jersey. I'm a South Jersey boy. North Jersey's like New York. It's different. When a clown doll landed in this woman's backyard, she burned it and slept with a knife. All right, let's find out more about this. Harrington Park, they all float down here, or at least they fall from the sky. Renee Jensen and her boyfriend were relaxing on it. She's not single. She's got a boyfriend for now, until she sets fire to his house for spurning a booty call. They were just relaxing on a sunny Saturday afternoon when an unidentified object landed in their backyard. The object sailed through the air, somehow not hitting any of the trees surrounding her yard, she said. As Jensen approached the object to inspect it, she came face to face with Pennywise, the murderous clown that lives off fear. And although it was a doll, the plush toy with its freight-off tag and mysterious markings on its forehead was enough to spook Jensen and her boyfriend. So this is what happened. She got this. Oh, it's cute. That is not a scary clown. I mean, it's meant to be, it's scary cute. What does this on its head say? OQ8 and then this ZZ cross T. These are probably I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily jump to the conclusion that these are satanic numerals, digits. I don't know what they are. Maybe she'll look at it in the mirror upside down. But she burned it. Why would you take a picture of it and then burn it? Police wouldn't touch the Pennywise doll that landed in Renee Jensen's yard, so she burned it. Apparently, it came down from heaven. It floated down from the trees. Why do you think this is from hell? This could have been Jesus sending you a message. You don't know. If it came down from the sky and floated down, it sounds like the dove. It sounds like the dove from the John the Baptist story, frankly. Doesn't look like it. It's not what I pictured. But I'm pretty sure hell is underground. I'm pretty sure you have to dig to hell. I don't think, I don't think things that fall down from the sky are from hell. I turned it over and I jumped back and I dropped the thing and I yelled for Alex, said Jensen. He picked it up and I was freaking out. It was creepy and it had weird, I don't even know what the writing was. It looked culty. It looked cultish. It looked like a cult, a cum cult. The plush doll is of the latest iteration of the fictional character Pennywise, the ancient and evil antagonist for Stephen King's novel It. After a TV miniseries adaptation in 1990, a film adaptation of the novel hit theaters in 2017. The sequel, It Chapter 2, is set to release next month. Dude, what is this just a promotional thing? Was this just to get attention for the movie? People are going to go see the movie. You don't need to be dropping clowns from the sky. People are going to go see this movie. Would you hire an airplane if you were the producers of It too, to like throw like Pennywise dolls out onto people's properties? Somebody probably just threw it over a fence, honestly. Her neighbors probably know she's a dimwit. Hey, let's just throw this Pennywise doll over in our nitwit neighbor's yard. It fell from the sky. Well, define sky. All right, the sequel's trailer, Pennywise is saying, we're getting an ad here for the movie. With her boyfriend getting ready to leave for work, Jensen decided to report the doll to the police. Even officers were creeped out by the tiny doll. What a bunch of pussies. What is this? Trey Catlett says, bring your clown ass. Yeah, this clown showed up and still got burned down. This clown showed up. How are the officers creeped out by the tiny doll, refusing to touch it? Are you kidding me? You whack jobs. So when officers left, Jensen, who owns a Reiki and intuitive healing business in Ridgewood, you fucking hippie, did not want to take any chances. That's the answer to it. Intuitive healing business. Hi, I have an intuitive healing business. I take people who have cancer and I basically let them believe that I'm healing them. And then they die, but sometimes, I don't know. It's all intuitive. They left and I burned the thing, she said. I tried to burn it with a lighter. The stupid thing would still not light because it has the flame retardant. Then I put olive oil on it. Still wouldn't light. Then I put a newspaper on it and I lit it up on fire. Why didn't you call this woman? There's another woman in South Jersey who was able to light a whole house on fire with a book of matches. You couldn't light a clown doll on fire? New Jersey, your results may vary. Holy shit. The doll succumbed to the flames, almost completely burned to ashes. After burning the doll, Jensen burned sage and walked around her property, trying to cleanse the area. You kookaroo. No wonder. Somebody definitely, your neighbor threw this in your yard. And at night, still scared, she slept with a knife. Who is your boyfriend? Who is this guy that's letting you sleep with a knife? Women and knives. Not unless dinner is around. No. Women and scissors. Not in this day and age. Not in 2019. I didn't want this thing on my property, she said. I know people think it's crazy, but it's creepy. How is this creepy? How is this creepy? It's cute. It's meant to be cute. It's ironic. Hold on. I think I'm actually, as I look at it more, I'm starting to understand. Can anybody translate the code on its head? Figure out what that is? Tim Doyle's a practicing Satanist. People Circus says it has Welsh writing on it. It does? Yeah. Yeah, it's not creepy. You could just throw it in the garbage. Yeah, exactly. Well, in the movies, when you throw when you throw a cursed doll or one of those monkeys with the symbols, when you throw it in the garbage or you bury it, it just comes right back. It just comes right back to you. You know, just ladies are just setting things on fire in New Jersey. Yeah, every single time. Cecil says talking Tina will F you up. Exactly right. That's a Twilight Zone episode that everyone has seen. Everyone has seen that. And I think that really disturbed people. All right, let me read some more super chats here. Ooh, the lights are dimming. I don't know if you guys can see that. The lights are dimming. We might lose power because of this thunderstorm. We better not lose internet again. I hope it doesn't happen. Johnny Dollar says, search YouTube for Ert and Bernie version of Regulate. All right. Ben Strauss says, stop with Mecca on High Council. She's great, but not there. Love you, Uncle E, but the last High Council was cringe 180%. Yeah, there was too many people. It was too many people. I agree with you. The Replicator said, hey, Ethan, Aaron Alfecci and I are on Indiegogo and would love for you to talk about it with you. This is the book that got Aaron the Jawbreakers gig. All right, Replicator, mount up. We'll talk. Zaid Comics says Miami Vice and Monsters. Magic Cop is now live on Indiegogo. Go check out the awesome 1980s trailer for the 88-page graphic novel. We're almost 50% funded. Adam Post says Comicsgate's favorite graphic novel, zombie graphic novel, College of the Dead, only needs $1,420 to get fully funded. Cameron Scott says, I have a game streamer friend who's a big fan. Any chance you could drop by his stream one day for a few minutes? Mixtiver is on Mixer. Sure, I don't see why not. Steve Ledetta says $2 to cleanse you of Tim Doyle. Thank you for that. You know, I need that. I don't want to talk about poop or fire anymore. I don't. I love you guys. I'm going to change the subject. I don't know how you guys feel. This people are scared of my hat at this point. They're thinking it's a command. It isn't a command. Or is it? All right, we'll talk about something else. Alti's like, thank you. I'm tired of talking about poop. Tired of talking about giant penguins. I'm tired of talking about setting houses and dolls on fire. This is not good news. I told you this is the worst world news in the world today. I told you this is the worst news in the world. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to show you something that's, if you live in Florida, you're going to feel bad about this. Alligators are caught climbing fences and swimming across roads in Florida. Look at her eyebrows. She's sick of it. She's absolutely sick of it. I'll show you what she's sad about. Look at this. You're driving around. All right, let me read the story. Most people know alligators get just about everywhere in Florida, but now they're really leveled up. Yeah, they go in little alligators are in your toilet. Some guy in Orlando got his penis bitten off by a baby alligator when he was on the toilet. He's just sitting on the toilet. And he's like, penis off. Off. That's Florida. Videos from last week show one swimming in the middle of the busy road, another one climbing a fence. One of the intrusive reptiles was filmed on Thursday swimming in a giant puddle in the middle of an intersection in a downpour in St. Petersburg. Frank Valero, I see you, pal. Thanks for sending me $10. He says, here's a few bucks. Thanks for the stream. I've been recovering from neck surgery, and this has made my day. That's good. Feel better, pal. Facebook user Roger Light Jr. caught it on video. You guys have to understand when we're talking about poop and fire, like there are people who need it, like people who are having surgery, having bad days. They need this stream to feel better about things. That's why I do it. That's why I do what I do. All right, so who's playing Jumanji in St. Petersburg, Florida? First, all of this rain, flooding, and now alligators wandering around in the roads, jumping fences. This alligator startled me when out of nowhere I saw it coming towards me when I stopped at the traffic light in front of the Wawa. They have a Wawa in Florida on Gandy Boulevard and Grand Avenue. I was wondering why people were out videotaping in the pouring rain and people backing up in the right turn lane that the gator was in. Everyone's illiterate now. The internet made everyone illiterate. You know, I went to school. I learned how to spell. I learned how to write. There are times when I don't spell words correctly. You know, there are times. But mostly I do. And I certainly know how to use punctuation. I know how to to create sentences. I know what a run-on sentence is. I know how to properly use capitalization. Just because I don't always do it doesn't mean I don't know how. Everyone is illiterate now. These are adults that went through school and they're illiterate. They can't read, they can't write. They write like they talk. Just one long run-on stupid ass sentence. Tired of it. Meekrob says, what the F is a Wawa? Wawas are like 7-Elevens that are basically native to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, I think. Maybe Delaware, but all the way down in Florida. That's crazy. All right. I was wondering why people were out videotaping in the pouring rain and people backing up in the right turn lane that the gator was in. 1 minute, I'm just looking around waiting for the traffic light to turn green. And the next thing I knew, I see this gator coming towards me on my passenger side. LOL. All right. So this video isn't going to work. I'm not going to click on this guy. This guy's an idiot. Another gator in Jacksonville took a cue from a viral Storm Area 51 Facebook post. Someone caught this animal climbing a fence. Alligators can actually climb fences now. Look at this. Watch this alligator climb this fence. Oh! Oh! Your fence is not keeping this 20-foot alligator out of your yard. It will climb up your pipes. It will bite your penis off. Why do you live in Florida? I lived there for 5 years. I really liked it, but I left because of the risk of alligator castration. I don't know why other people do it. These guys, they jump fences. They swim at your car in the road. Let's see that again. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, right? I mean, look at him. Over the fence. You didn't know alligators could do that. And by the way, alligators can run really fast too. Alligators can run. You think they're slow like that? No, if they want you, they're fast. This gator made a much more graceful landing than many of us would have. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's real funny. Why do we have these? Why do we have these? One took my wallet, said Scott Schatz. We have to stop these alligators. Yeah. Absolutely crazy. It's no better in Cape Cod. Cape Cod's new normal sharks are everywhere. By the way, look at this. Here's a shark. This is a great white shark. Beachgoers get used to warning signs, beach closures, and swimming close to shore. It doesn't matter. This is pretty close to shore. When you look at the comparison, look at the people here. Look at these little people. Shark, great white shark right there. Yeah. During a recent morning surf at the town beach here, Andy Jacobs spotted a dark shadow in the water just a few feet away. He assumed it was a gray seal. What are they called again? I deleted it. Shit, I knew something. I had a new fact. See if any of you recall what seals are called and walruses. Yeah, he saw a gray seal, or he thought he was, because they're everywhere these days until he got a better view. Pinniped. Thank you. Pinniped, Adrian Stone. Pinniped. He thought it was a pinniped, but it wasn't. As clear as day, it was a great white shark, said the 40-year-old Wellfleet resident who had been swimming around the same spot where a great white killed a boogie boarder. Oh, I thought he killed Boogie last September. He said he warned others nearby and that a lifeguard temporarily ordered people out of the water, standard protocol after a sighting. Any person could be attacked at any moment, says Mr. Jacob, an artist and oyster farmer. It's good advice. It's good advice for all of us. Any person could be attacked at any moment by anything. A box cutter? Who knows? It's peak shark season on Cape Cod, and this summer, the huge animals lurking just offshore are an inescapable presence to people on dry land. Beachgoers are greeted with new warning signs. People have been seriously injured and killed by white sharks along this coastline. Lifeguards have new first aid kits with tourniquets and staunch bleeding, and they also fly purple shark emblazoned warning flags full time. An annual charity swim off of Provincetown in September will reroute to be closer to shore for the first time. Several surf instructors have stopped offering lessons, and parents are ordering their children to stay in the shallows. How about just don't go there? How about don't go in the water at all? How about just don't go to the beach? Beach closures are common. One town, Truro, has shut down swimming at different beaches more than 20 times since the beginning of July. By the way, how much of this is because of movies? You know, the burning the clown doll, this. How much of this, how much are people reacting to shit because of movies they've seen? AJ Salerno says, we've been bullied out of the water by the sharks, who lives nearby in Eastham. He has barred his teenage sons from surfing the Cape, and stopped swimming into the deep water, even thought about moving. It's probably a good idea to move. Many people grew up or summered in the Cape without fear, lulled by an artificial environment cleansed of seals and sharks because of human hunting. Until last year, great whites hadn't killed someone off Massachusetts coast since 1936, and the federal government passed a law protecting ocean mammals in 1972. Goddamn Nixon. Bolstering a state halt on bounty hunting, and the seal population had flourished. Nixon did all that just because he was trying to virtue signal to the leftists, because he knew what he was up to. Oh, I care about animals. I care about the environment. Look at this. You care about this? Warning, big shark. In an emergency, call 911 if you still have any arms. There's a big effing shark here. Know your risk when entering the water. Well, I mean, I could have a good time in the ocean water. Get sand up my crack. I might get eaten by a shark. We weigh these risks. We make our choice. Sharks are now drawn to the abundant prey, and a Massachusetts state researcher who tags great whites said he had his busiest July. Overall, researchers have identified at least 300 of these apex predators prowling the local waters, he said. The vast majority of sightings near beaches are on a stretch of outer Cape Cod facing the open Atlantic. We've seen sharks as big as 15 feet in 5 feet of water, says Megan Winton. 5 feet of water? Do you understand? Do you see what I'm saying now? How can we get rid of all these animals? We've got women setting men's houses on fire. We've got poop in the streets. We've got alligators biting people's penises off in the toilet. And we've got great white sharks. Alan Sparks says, YOLO. That's exactly right. This is horrible. I told you this was the worst news in the world. I promise you, if I ever do one of these shows again, you're going to get the worst news. They'll get worse than this. Researchers stress attacks on humans by great whites are rare, and many visitors say sharks won't scare them off. Beaches are still filled on sunny days, and Cape's other attractions, a vibrant art scene, ice cream shops, and shark-free ponds remain a draw for tourists. While there are still home rentals offered this spring, or softened this spring, according to the region's Chamber of Commerce, the new Massachusetts tax on short-term rentals is drawing some of the blame for that. High taxes, shark bites, Massachusetts. But heeding the shark threat has become part of the experience, especially since the fatal attack. Visitors regularly use the Conservancy's Sharktivity app. It doesn't have to be cute. Sharktivity to track sightings, including about a dozen on a recent Saturday, stretching from the island of Nantucket to the Outer Cape. The Conservancy cautions the app isn't reliable real-time detection system. No, it isn't. How would they know? There could be a shark that isn't tagged. To fill gaps, Wellfleet resident Heather Doyle, whose nonprofit pushes for improved shark surveillance, recently started handing out loaner radios to beachgoers for shark reports from passing pilots. You're doing a great job. You've got people getting bitten in half in Massachusetts, and you're handing out free radios. Surfers are always going to be our most at-risk group because they're in the right area where the sharks are, we think. He spoke atop the Sandcliffe at blah, blah, blah. Like many local surfers, 57-year-old Mark Kilpinski has installed a $500 device to his surfboard that uses electrical pulses to irritate sharks. That's a good idea. Irritate them. It'd irritate the sharks. I put a device on my surfboard that bothers them. That bothers these sharks. I'm trying to surf. Fuck you, shark. Electrical pulses right into your fins, right into your gills. Sharks have gills? They do have gills. The Brewster resident also added white stripes to the legs of his black wetsuit to look less like a seal. And now he carries a tourniquet in his backpack. Just don't go surfing there. Yeah, I also stopped going ar, 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 ar when I was surfing. That seems to have helped a little bit. I get bitten a lot less when I don't, when I surf and I don't go ar, 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 ar. The surfers, I can't believe these people. The surfers who often speak of spiritual connections to the water were hit especially hard by last year's fatality of a 26-year-old. Okay, this guy, Arthur Medici. He was killed just a month after a white shark attacked a swimmer on Cape Cod. It was a slap in the face to say, wake up. Some of us still have not woken up yet, I'm afraid. Some people continue to insist on surfing. His tombstone says shred in heaven. He was ripped apart by a great white shark. Might be a little inappropriate. Can you find a different slang term for surfing? Hang 10 in heaven. Shred in heaven. After Arthur's death, I can't even tell you how many panic attacks I had in the water, said Mrs. Doyle. Ms. Doyle, a 30-year-old yoga instructor and wild oyster harvester. I'm a yoga instructor and I harvest wild oysters. That's cool. She said she said she saw a trauma therapist after Mr. Medici's death. Well, I'm glad it's all about you. Mr. Potter, who is struggling to regain confidence on his board, said Cape Codders are waiting to see whether September's death was a one-time event. I think that's what everyone's doing right now, he said, holding their breath. Everyone's insane. If there was even a chance that there was a great white shark in the ocean, I wouldn't go. I would find something else to do. Find something else, anything else. And now Cape Cod is just jack full of sharks. People need to stay home. Don't go out. Don't leave your house. If you leave your house, you're going to get bitten by a shark. If you try to make physical contact with a human woman, don't bother. She's going to set your house on fire. It's all likely to happen. So what do I recommend? Well, this is something that I talked about before. I told you guys a little bit about this. It's controversial. I don't know how I feel about all of the effort, all of the money being spent on this. But particularly after this stream, I don't know, maybe I changed my mind. Bringing robots into the home eases loneliness. You can see you've got a woman here. She's not worried about sharks or alligators. Nobody's going to burn down her house because, she didn't respond to a booty call. She's got a little robot friend. He looks at her. He says, "Oh, hi. I wouldn't bite you." And she says, I know. It's great. It's much better. The city of Saiho in Ehime Prefecture faces the Seto Inland Sea to the north and Mount Shizuki, the tallest mountain in western Japan, to the south. Here, 87-year-old Setsuko Sekai has lived with a robot for a year in her spacious house at the foot of a mountain. That's all you need. You need robots. Ow! Ow! How can I help you today? Ow! Nice. When she gets out of bed in the morning and enters the living room, she's greeted by her robot, a model named Papiro I, on the desk. Good morning. Good morning. Setsuko-san is a typical address. Did you sleep well? Who needs people? Cecil says she needs a suicide bot. That's not nice. I mean, she's 87 years old. She doesn't need a suicide bot. Her time is coming. When it spoke to me for the first time, I couldn't help but feel excited, Psyche said. No one had called me by name and said good morning for a long, long time. Here, her 3 children are on their own now. Her husband passed away 6 years ago. Since then, she's lived alone. Nursing care helpers visit her daily, and she regularly attends gatherings to enjoy her hobby of haiku poetry. I think she's Japanese. And my cat is back there. I'm freaking out. Cat, could you be quiet? I'll pick you up and throw you over my head on the live stream. And don't think I won't. All right. At the request of family members of elderly residents who live separately, the city government lent out the robots. They're giving robots to people. Psyche's eldest son, who lives in the Chibi Prefecture. None of this is real. All right. So basically, this story is about old people having cute little robots to make them feel better as they live much longer than I think human beings were meant to live. Yeah, when you outlive your spouse, your children are ancient, you're still alive. You might as well have a little robot to talk to. Government issue robot. Yeah. You hear that? You hear that, Cat? Hey, Cat, what do you think of this idea? Instead, hold on a second. Why didn't that work? These people. All right, let me try again. Cat, do you want to come up here or not? You want to come up? All right, where are you? You want to say hello? Oh, it's the kitty. Oh, it's the kitty. All right, this is my new avatar for Twitter. Soy boy avatar. Holding a pet, looking like you're about to cry. You can go down now. You're interrupting my show. I love you. Sort of. But you're interrupting my show. All right. So, sorry. All right, let's go back and let's try this again. This is going to work seamlessly this time. Sex robots with full AI hit market capable of replacing human intimacy. This is exactly what we need. Everyone's excited. Some people are excited about the cat. Other people do not like that cat. That's a lynx, not a house kitty, a dangerous killer. She hasn't killed anyone so far. Yeah. I don't know why this cat's down in the basement. Cat really should be upstairs. I'm trying to work down here, This isn't a zoo just because it's a zoo. All right, AI Altec has launched its flagship Emma model equipped with full artificial intelligence. Now, I don't know if this lady wants that instead. Maybe this lady would prefer to have a sex robot with full artificial intelligence capable of replacing human intimacy. Look, oh my gosh, why are these children reacting to the sex robot like that? That's weird. A new futuristic sex robot equipped with full artificial intelligence has hit the market, with bosses vowing the dolls can replace human intimacy. Uh, AI tech promises its flagship model, Emma, can hold an interactive conversation and answer questions in a way tailored to its owner. It's even better than a real woman. The AI girlfriends, the AI girlfriends achieve this thanks to their ability to learn. They're way better than women, meaning they absorb and I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Meaning they absorb and store information before applying it to their own behavior. This is all getting clipped by SJW Spider-Man if he's still alive. I don't know if he's still alive. It is the company's first artificial intelligence capable sex doll sold through the UK-based Cloud Climax, costing customers £2,799. That doesn't seem so bad. What is £2,799? That's like $5,000. I have no idea. All right, so here's what the sex robots kiss exactly like humans after this AI upgrade. As customer vows, he's attached. I don't know about this. Oh, I changed my mind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't find these convincing. All right, let's keep looking. Its automated head could turn at the neck and make facial expressions, including the ability to blink. And what's more, bosses say their dolls are already replacing humans emotionally and physically for customers. Yeah. Sam White, a manager at Cloud Climax, told Daily Star Online, our dolls are already able to replace a physical human being for our customers, and this can work on an emotional level as well as a physical one. You see these articles about people marrying their sex doll, and obviously this is the over-the-top version of a doll owner. Well, I don't know. Why are these pictures so close up? Oh, hold on. All right. That was alarming. Yeah, sex robot Emma is equipped with full artificial intelligence. Is that what that is? Generally speaking, doll owners are emotionally attached to their dolls and see them as a partner, just as others have a human partner. He added, Emma is equipped with artificial intelligence. If you tell her you like something, she will remember. This is great. You can also tell her to remember something and she will remember it for you. Emma, it is my grandmother's birthday next Tuesday. Please remind me to send her a card on Monday. You can also ask her to change her name to something else if you don't like Emma. Emma just sounds like it sounds like the name of like a 90-year-old woman. And I don't want to think of a 90-year-old woman and sex. Very good time. Call Emma. No. Jessica is better. You could call her Jessica instead. All right. Oh, something's wrong. Like she's winking with this one eye. I guess that's what she's doing. All right. If Emma tells you a joke that you find funny, she'll remember that you laughed, and she'll always tell you that joke over and over and over again. Emma now has an app and an online user interface that can be subscribed to. So as you can teach her answers to your questions, you type in your question and her answer it and will send to your Emma. This is done securely in the cloud. When you are away from her, you can use the app to text her and she will respond. So here we go. Let's text her. Bring ya ass. All right. Let me see. Oh, you get an Asian one here. That's fine. That's not racist. So far, Emma has been a hit with customers forking out the cash. According to Sam, it is proving popular because of the ability to edit the doll, the personal taste. He continued, customers like Emma because they can develop her to make her their own. We have certain faces and body types that are more popular than others, and we're getting great feedback about the online programming platform and app. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Thick. This keeps going. It doesn't end. There are constant developments to the AI and to the programming, which can be sent from AI tech remotely to each Emma. So as she upgrades automatically to keep in line with the latest software, there have been many improvements in the last months in the way the mouth is able to move. Her language development is really good, and our first Emma customers have seen this development as their Emmas have upgraded. So, people have noticed the development of their Emmas. And that's great. Headrock wants to name her Velma. Checkpoint wants to know if it can cook. I mean, that would be great. That's actually what I'd be looking for. Basically, at this point, we might need artificial women to do all the things women used to do. Which is, I think, where this might be going. Kat, you sound like you're in hell. You can't talk like that. I know you're talkative. But you can't just screech like that in my office when I'm trying to work. All right, very good. Did you get her? Oh, I think Andrea let her out. Okay, very good. So this is the situation. As the world becomes more chaotic and more horrible, they're making it so that you don't really have to leave the house or interact with any real human beings anymore. Old people can have cutesy little robots. Younger people can actually replace human intimacy with artificial intimacy from Japan. Okay, artificial intimacy from Japan. This is all stuff that I want you guys to consider tonight. I'm going to read these super chats and see what you guys have to say. If you guys have comments, let me know. See if you learned anything. I learned a lot today. I feel like I learned a lot. JP Got Rocket says, it's a clown. It's creepy by default. She did the right thing. And Gypsy 7 Danger says, Cyberfrog collection statue at some point. Cyberfrog collection statue. Well, we're going to do all kinds of statues. I don't know what Cyberfrog collection statue means, but yes. Yanni Hill says, Uncle Ethan, have you read the story about the Australian pig semen smugglers? I missed that one. I'll look for it. Unkindness of Raven says, this stream just helped me convince my hubby not to move to Florida for our retirement. Texas EBS, or thanks EBS, TX. I live in the mountains, 25 inches of snow. Yes. Alligators? No. Okay. Orbital 1970 Goat says it's clearly marketing for a new Jaws reboot. Raging Golden Eagle says breathing gives you cancer. Not So Ninja Joe says forget great white sharks. Bull sharks can swim up rivers and survive for extended periods of time in fresh water. Plus, they are much more aggressive. Charlie's London says mom's been with a robot for 45 years called my dad. Yeah, dads can become robots over time. People Circus says, where can I buy one of these robots? Hail. Cracklin says, nag free. I don't know if it's nag free. Rezakai says, when the sex robots learn how to cook, it's a wrap. I know. Mark C says, did you see the wonderful tweet from Mags? They don't even hide their desire for communism. Bucky Purtle says, sounds like Skynet full of SJWs, LOL. Cecil says, how much for the human centipede bot? It's coming. It's coming, Cecil. Everything is coming eventually, and I think you know that. Good news, everyone. We've still got 5 days. This Friday, I'm closing out Cyberfrog Blood Honey for good. It's over this Friday. And then we begin fulfillment. Oh, we just hit $246,000 for this variant cover. If you guys haven't backed Cyberfrog Blood Honey, the team-up cover yet, you have 5 days. We're going to close on Friday. So I want to keep reminding people that, hey, I know people have said, can you keep it open to the 30th? No. Just this Friday is going to be it. I've already decided that in my mind. It sounds good. It's completely arbitrary, but we got to close it out at some point. So this Friday at midnight, Cyberfrog Blood Honey team-up cover closes. It's done for good. Link is in the description if you haven't purchased a copy yet. I think you can still get, you can get the variant plus the ash can. Everything else I think is sold out. Bulk team-up variant, you can get 10 copies of it. So do that. And thank you guys. Thank you guys for making this campaign a tremendous success. I'm looking forward to fulfilling all of these books for you. Also, my Vampirella #1 red foil variant, just to let you guys know, is currently, I think Vampirella #1 is a big hit. It's I think it's like number 10 on the top 500 for the month of July. Huge hit. So we have that book, Vampirella #1, written by Christopher Priest, drawn by Ergun Gunduz, and then my cover with Cyberfrog on the front with a special foil logo. The logo can be red, the logo can be silver, the logo can be gold. It's all up to you and your tastes. But you can get a copy of this. We're going to let it run. Once this is over, it's going to be over for good. We did the first Vampirella Cyberfrog variant cover. It was very, very successful. People are getting their books now and their posters signed, fulfilled, all ready to go. and that's it. They're not going to be reoffered at any point. So if you are collecting stuff like this, here's your chance to get in and get a copy of Vampirella #1, the red foil Ethan Van Sciver, that's me, variant cover. And I thank you guys. Peephole Circus says B-boner. Absolutely. Checkpoint says Technophile. Let's see. I'm just seeing what you guys say. Durana says, what is the worst news? Just a title? I just gave you a ton of the worst news imaginable. Go back and watch it. It's all the worst news in the world. Yeah. Last Fanfiction said, just got my Vampirella today. And that's great. People Circus says, look at Ethan doing all the fancy screen stuff like it's nothing now. Yeah, it's easy. This is all good. All right, I want to thank you guys. I hope you had fun. I hope this was a great stream for you and you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. I did. I learned a lot today. If you would hit the thumbs up, that would be great. Some of you go, hey, I can't afford super chats and I can't afford to support the channel by joining the channel. But I still love the channel and want you to know. The best thing that you can do, honestly, it's free. Just click the thumbs up button. Or you could share the video, but clicking that thumbs up button is the best thing that you can do. It lets YouTube know that something special is happening here between me and you. It isn't paganism. It isn't anything weird. It's just fun. So click that thumbs up, and I definitely appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm getting back to work. Love you all. Bye-bye.